And now we have this neat conversation. And I have to ask, what's with the sleeves? I mean, those aren't attached to her dress in any way. And, they're not, like, really tight looking. They're just, like, what, hovering there because of magic or what?
Have you seen a girl your age in a skanky one piece with lots of weapons on her body?
But yeah, she's the black-haired goth girl who turns into the white-haired clone of the main character. That's about all there is to say about that. Doesn't really have personality. The personalities come with the Wii and Xbox, and they are backwards. Fun fact, though.
Oh, yes,
the sequel to this game is apparently about handheld console wars, to the degree that this is about the regular kind. Or, what do you even call it? I guess it'd just be handheld wars, because console implies that you hook up to the TV. But yeah, the second game is all about handhelds, so they're all like 8. And, you basically have like the Game Gear, the PlayStation 3, there's apparently 2 twin girls for the DS, which is actually halfway clever. And, I don't know, I guess Microsoft gets the Zune? Or maybe they get left out and they just give the other slot to the, second character for the DS. And then the third game is apparently like a crossover between the two, where you have all these people running around in this giant party where you can only use 3 characters at a time. What do you freaking do? And you know, I can just tell someone's going to be a jerk, and they're going to send me the second game and ask me to play through that too. And you know what? If I'm sufficiently bribed, I will do it. I mean, if I can endure this, I can endure this a second time. It's not like it's hard or anything. I just have to, you know, summon up the strength of will to keep hammering X, and I will eventually get through. That's really the only consolation. If there was like any sort of thought or planning or difficulty, I might just, you know, use it as an excuse to give up. But no, this is not a game you play. This is a game you endure. And again, this is like just giving you some idea of the amount of dialogue that I have to sit through by not skipping these here. That, and I thought that I was going to actually, like, you know, maybe actually advance the plot after finally beating her and having her transform to her non-magical form. But no, it's just, we have this conversation, and this other conversation, and this other conversation, and then she wanders off, and there's no more plot here, and I go to one of the planets. Or continents, or whatever the heck they are. Hyperdimension Neptunia, everybody. And the thing is, too, like I said, I'm only showing you the fairly relevant conversations here. The ones that seem like they might be sort of advancing the plot. Most of the time, it's stuff like, that thing I showed you before of, oh no, Neptune's in the bathroom and there's monsters. We'll have to fight them without her. We fought them without her. Oh hey, here she is. Oh no, there's a boss. We killed the boss. Good work, everybody. Let's go home. Oh hey, I found a quarter. Wow, are you sure it's a quarter? Yeah, I think it's a quarter. It has a little 25 on the back. I don't know, maybe it's a 20th anniversary collector's coin. Let's take it to an expert. Hey, you're an expert, right? Is this a quarter? I don't know. I think it might be a quarter. Did you know that quarters have the face of that guy on them? He is the founder of the country. Really? The country was founded by some guy? Yes. Wow. He must be really tough. I bet he's a mid-level boss.
Got another job request. Get prepped in 40 seconds.
I'm not exaggerating. That's like what these conversations all are. I wish they were at least about George Washington. It's usually about, you know, trying to describe Street Fighter without saying the name.
Whatever you find in the bowl, Neptune got you.
And then saying boobies 50 times.
If you remember where you came from while we're out, don't worry about saying goodbye. Just go. Later.
And then making you uncomfortable with some, like, creepy, romantic little 5-year-old voice nurse talk. And then we have something pretending to be all mysterious like this. And then we go back to this screen after it loads for 5 minutes. And then we go back into the cutscene menu to watch another one. I'm not even kidding when I say that, like, more often than not, you have to do like 12 of these in a row before there's anything new to do. And when there's something new to do, it's just, oh yeah, here's a bunch of optional challenge dungeons, feel free to run through them. And here's me just reminding you that, like, you know, here's their blog post. She announces herself by name. Your characters all saw this, so why don't they recognize her in person? And I kind of skipped past all this, but blah blah blah. I already seen it earlier. I could barely seen it then. Also, have I mentioned how much music sucks? I mean, there's only like 8 tracks, maybe. There's the background for each planet. There's that da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da thing that it plays during all the cutscenes. There's the exploring the cave music. There's the exploring the cave music, slightly sped up.
No, unfortunately not.
And
Soon, I hope.
There's the title screen, hideous noise.
We're saving the world.
That's it.
A beautiful princess
Just those 8 tracks over and over again, over the entire course of the game. There might be one more that I'm forgetting about, but that's all I can recall ever hearing.
Awesome, huh? She's waiting for us.
And, you know, I could be wrong. They might actually recycle one of the continent view pieces for one of the other moods that they use all the time.
A goddess, right?
But
People who look the most
the ones that really just are like make me tear my hair out are
work doesn't always pay off.
the wacky cutscene music, which is just way too overexposed and constantly starts over mid-song because somebody says something new that's wacky. And then there's that title screen thing. Like, I know I've showed you loading a game at least once or twice, and it might seem like it has a kind of volume issue. No, it's just this loud, throbbing sound that like drowns everything else out. And you have to listen to it until you get your game loaded too, which takes a while, but it has to like load the loading menu so you can pick which game to load. I really don't understand why this game runs so terribly on this hardware. I mean, this is like mediocre by the previous generation standards. Honestly, I think there's probably at least one PlayStation game that looks this good.
I don't know about that. Are you?
There has to be.
Starting to remember stuff?
No. Probably not with 3D dungeons, but like for the cutscenes, sure.
I'm just rambling, I guess. I don't get to talk
but
about
yeah, it just chugs along. And I noticed that with a lot of PlayStation 3 games actually, they tend to just like really chug along for some reason. And I don't understand why. I mean, officially it's supposed to be the most powerful system of the generation, right? But I never look at these like 5-minute loading screens on the Wii or the 360. It's just PlayStation 3. Just, you know, is it not enough memory? What?
Don't you want that power? Nopers.
I'm kind of curious about technical details. Maybe it's just that, you know, I play this horrible. I'm playing this horrible game on people who don't know how to code, or design a game, or write dialogue. Really,
I'll be the one to protect the world.
even the art kind of sucks, doesn't it? I mean, look at that hair. It's like just random big chunks going in random directions.
If he's not here to explain those
No regard for gravity.
Don't worry.
The animation too. If you look at it closely enough, it's not like they actually hand animated all this. They're like doing this weird little distortion effect to simulate the breathing, which I forgot which character it was, but one of them was like in the wrong place, and it was just like their neck was throbbing. I think it might have been Gus. Because just like, you know, this far down the animation, down the illustration, just, you know, bulge that in and out. A little Photoshop distortion effect. Okay, boss.
Yeah, comatose drool, making a little
big old throbbing frog neck.
She left, huh?
It's not as funny as making it sound, otherwise I'll show it to you, of course. Actually, you can go back to where I was talking to her and look and see if I was doing that or not.
Something happened? What did you two do all day?
Anyway, though, we're about ready to wrap this one up. Again, this is the sort of conversation I have to sit here and watch. That's 95% of this game. The dungeons just fly by. It's basically all just listening to people talk and go on to kill yourself. So that's what you're missing out on. It'll probably be a while before I put the next set of videos up, because I'm going to have to get through, I guess, like 80% of the game to see anything new. You'll probably get another clip show like this of just some of the choicer moments of just like disgusting jokes and things that resemble plot slightly. Boss fights with the other two goddesses there. And then I'll be probably at the end of the game actually, and I'll hopefully only need like one or two more sets of videos to wrap the whole thing up. And then I'll be free. But, yeah, there's one more thing I wanted to show you before I wrapped up here. I don't remember what it was, I just see it about to load up on the little preview video here that I'm talking over. What was it now? Oh. Okay, it was just the next cutscene here, apparently. And I didn't bore you with the two less important ones. It is nice to always put the one that you might care about at the top of the menu. Or at least the one that'll open up the next non-optional dungeon. It never rationalizes doing it, but it opens it up.
Finished my test model for our
which in PlayStation 3 Land is always talking to this lady here with the whole, ooh, the evil corporation is pushing me out of business and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I did want to point out some of the disconnecting plot and gameplay.
Not going is no longer
talking to her, she gives you this like new prototype sword that she's working on, which is added to your inventory, and then there's no more conversations in the menu. And she talks about how, you know, she wants you to test it out. So I thought, hey, maybe if I actually equip it and use it a bit, then I'll be able to move on. But no, we're just done for now. We're just waiting for the next plot trigger to activate a new cutscene on this continent, which will not happen until I talk to someone on some other continent, at random.
Since we're showcasing weaponry.
At least they are nice enough to have that little world menu, which shows you when there's new stuff on continents that you're not currently on. For instance, as I'm recording this here, I have one event on Wii Land and one on 360 Land that I have not activated yet, which will spill into more talking and 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 talking.
Powerful. Come on, come on, come on. Let's do it.
And then, you know, go into this dungeon to kill 5 slimes.
We spend so much on weapons.
Because that's how this game rolls.
Would it be rad to not have to pay for once?
At least it's easy to kill the slimes. I think I showed you at least one fight where I was in full auto mode. You get through them in like 3 seconds. Most of the dungeons I have like 5 minutes or less for the completion time, just because I just fly through all the fights. It really is kind of hilarious, and I am so glad too that, I mean, screw you and Nippon for bringing this over here, but at least you let me skip all the animation. Because I've shown you that even basic attacks is like this 30-second long, how about you, and again, sort of thing with big flashy effects.
Oh, almost forgot. Wait here.
And yeah, here's me getting the sword. And by the way, the sword that I get for doing all this stuff, and I've basically like maxed out this progress on this continent. I've got to be through like almost all the PlayStation events, and I'm doing like, you know, basically end game content with starting equipment at level 20. But yeah, the sword I got here is garbage. I found one in the treasure chest that I don't think it was even an optional dungeon. I think it was just like main plot progression stuff. Not there's a difference. But yeah, treasure chest right there. Here's a sword, like 2,000 attack power. Here's one that's like, I think I'm gonna actually equip it here and let you see, but yeah. And the other thing that's funny too is I've gotten like 2 or 3 new swords for, oh no, 3 now for Neptune, maybe 4 even. Let's count, shall we? Oh no, I've got 5 swords for her, counting the starting one. So yeah, I found 4 swords for her. Compa is still on a string weapon. I very recently found one new one for IF there, which is kind of hilarious because she went from attack power 50 to 1,000. Just because it was like a mid-game sword that I suddenly got after she had one to start with. And I could shop, but that stuff's even worse than I just got here. There's no reason to buy new equipment, just, you know, you'll find good stuff when you need it. If you want fights to be slightly faster, buy new equipment, but they take like 3 seconds. Anyway, that's it for now. I hate this game. I hate it